You told me here when this war started in Israel that it started in Gaza, but it would end in Tehran. I believed it to be true. You believed it to be true. It has not changed. In fact, you've got Iran now saying if Israel goes in, and for some reason, Israel was ready to go right in on a ground invasion, but they've been standing at the border and have not gone into Gaza. Some of the conversation now, there are numerous tunnels under that that have been built that are all booby traps, so they're trying to figure out what to do next. But Iran says if you go into Gaza, we will unleash the gates of hell or something like that. And Israel says if Hezbollah comes after us, if Iran comes after us in any way, we will do to Tehran what has been done in Gaza. I don't think Israel is interested in playing games anymore with Iran, with nuclear weapons, with threats, with the backing of terrorists that murdered hundreds, 1,500 of its citizens there on the 7th of October. Where are we today in the conversation, Pete?
Where we are today is we've got the escalation going on. I think over the weekend, again, you also had missiles flying from Yemen. From who? An Iranian proxy aimed at Israel. You've got Hezbollah saber rattling on the the northern border of Israel. You've got the mess in Gaza. I think the focal point right now still has to be the 200 hostages that Hamas is holding in Gaza. They released 2, which was nothing more than a publicity stunt on Friday. All of these can lead, a slight miscalculation. Hezbollah firing, a bunch of rockets in, perhaps hitting a more heavily populated Israeli civilian area. There are just so many opportunities for a slight misstep, which automatically will lead to a significant escalation of what is happening there. So I think it's a very dangerous situation. It's a problem, and I don't have a lot of confidence in our president. I don't have a lot of confidence in Tony Blinken. It's amazing to me how that guy.
I have zero confidence in Tony Blinken. I think he's the worst Secretary of State of my lifetime. I mean, I go back to John McCain, who said Tony Blinken should never be part of the State Department. He's a dangerous individual to America. That's what John McCain said about Tony Blinken long before he ever got the opportunity to be Secretary of State. He's feckless. He's clueless. He has the personality of a wet sock, and I don't think he has any clue as to what he's doing. Where am I wrong?
I think that's exactly right. And so here we are. So where does it go? Again, it's anybody's guess as to exactly where this goes, but we're closer to an all-out war in the Middle East. You've got, Mitch McConnell over the weekend saying there's this new axis of evil. It's Russia, China, Iran, North Korea. We find North Korean missiles in Gaza. You also got saber rattling, as you mentioned, by Iran, and this is an existential threat to Israel. It's a small country. It's twice the size of my old congressional district along the lake shore here in Michigan. It's got 9 million people. A major attack against Tel Aviv. That's at the heart, and that all Tel Aviv is within range of any and all of the borders of Israel. It's just an ugly situation with no leadership. China's becoming a more major player. They're going to be moving ships and materials into the region.
Well, they already did, and I was going to